This is Bob Maranto, managing partner of Andrews Bernstein Maranto, continuing our discussion about injuries you might see in medical records that you have if you've been involved in a motor vehicle accident and sustained a spine injury. Last time we talked about the discs, the vertebra, the disc is in between. The exterior of the disc is called the annulus, and the inside, the jelly, is called the nucleus pulposus. And last time we talked about if there is a herniation or protrusion of the disc and it causes the exiting nerve to be affected, that causes nerve root impingement, and if you see a thing called radiculopathy, radiculopathy simply means that you're having referred symptoms into your hands or legs or other part of your body. It usually comes about in the form of tingling or numbness or weakness in a certain part of the body. So if you see a medical report that says you have radiculopathy, that is a doctor stating that they believe that symptoms that you're having, which is referred to a part of your body, is actually coming from this exiting nerve root in the spine. But there's another thing that we look for as well, because that disc, and I'll show it to you here, sometimes doesn't go to the left or to the right, sometimes it goes backwards. And you can see that back here is the spinal cord. So here you can see between the spinal cord and this disc, there's a space. If that disc goes backwards toward the spinal cord, it causes spinal stenosis. Stenosis meaning narrowing. So when it creates that spinal stenosis, now the spine has pressure on it. And sometimes it can cause mass effect on the spinal cord, which means that it's actually pushing in on the cord. Now people will say to me, well, I have numbness or tingling in my arms or legs. Can that be caused by spinal stenosis? And the answer is yes. It's a little different than what we call radiculopathy, when the exiting nerve root is being affected, because that exiting nerve root gets traced to a specific part of your body. Again, if that exiting nerve root is L5-S1, it goes down the back of your leg. If you have a left L5-S1 disc herniation causing foraminal stenosis, you're not going to get a problem in your right leg. The spine, however, the spinal cord, covers the whole body. So it's oftentimes if you have mass effect on the spinal cord that you can see it anywhere throughout the body. I've had cases where people have spinal compression in the neck and their leg goes numb because the spinal cord is not controlling just one part of the body. It's controlling everything. And all of the signals going through the spinal cord up to the brain are traveling through this one cord. If you have mass effect on the cord, it doesn't create radiculopathy. So if you see in your medical records that you have a thing called myelopathy, myelopathy comes about as a result of having the spinal cord impacted. And that can manifest itself in tingling, numbness, weakness. We have people sometimes that'll have a dragged foot. Their foot starts flopping a bit. That's usually from a myelopathy.